We need to know our students' stories before we can teach them. Sure, in the beginning of every school year, teachers do a lot of get-to-know-you activities, but how much of those get-to-know-yous do you use in your classroom now? By having an ongoing questionnaire throughout the year that students continuously fill out, we can learn so much about our kids and take that vital information and infuse it into our lessons. That way, students feel connected to the content, feel visible to the teacher, and truly cared for. So engage kids by connecting their stories with your curriculum. It's also fascinating for the teachers to learn about the kids. Each child is different, adding to the beautiful mosaic that makes up the face of the OCPS classroom with their unique and colorful personalities. Just as their personalities are different, so are their ways of learning. Digital technology, for example, is a great way to give students multiple ways to get the lessons. Differentiated instruction, a big buzzword, I know, but done right with effective communication and conferencing, this individualized attention will prove to the student, okay, my teacher gets me, and engagement happens naturally. One of the biggest ways to engage students is engage the community. I strongly believe in connecting community service with coursework, so we create character and not just curriculum, and heart, not just homework. What Florida Standards lesson do you have that you can incorporate into a community event, and vice versa? When students get out there and see how their schoolwork is tied into the real world, there is purpose to their work, and there is immediate engagement. The more the community is involved in a lesson, the more involved students will be. Trust me, it works. Data chats are great. They really help a student understand where they are and what standards they have mastered or find challenging. However, we must remember students can interpret the data, but will they understand its importance other than just pass the test? Take the time to listen. As busy as we are, listening is such a powerful tool to engage students. So the next data chat you have with your kids, ask them to give an example of how data relates to something of interest to them. Stats on a baseball or soccer player. What song is #1 on the Billboard charts or downloaded the most on iTunes? Or their favorite car compared to others. This helps students see, #1, you care. #2, you're listening to them. And #3, data is relevant. Hey, we're learning about this in Ms. Hahn's class. No question, this is my favorite way to engage students. As a language arts ESOL AVID teacher, I worked closely with my science and history teachers to ensure that what I was doing in my classroom was directly related to theirs. That way, when a student walks into my class and says, "We're learning about this in Ms. Hahn's class," they will immediately feel confident because of a built prior knowledge of the subject. To me, this is foolproof engagement. Connection, communication, community, conversation, cross-curriculum. Put all of these tips together and you get the most important thing, that we all believe in every student. Believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E. Be the educators who lead to inspire and empower via excellence. May we all believe.